So Yena's music video for Hey Rodrigo was taken down yesterday. We also have Hwasa, who is caught up in some dating rumors. But why are people upset at the Squid Game season 2 casting? And most importantly, are we going to be getting a JYP Hollywood? We're going to be discussing all that and more today. So if you're interested, please keep on watching. You could also feel free to skip through using the timestamps below. And while you're here, you might as well like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. And follow me on all of my social media. Okay. Yena recently made headlines for her song titled Hey Rodrigo, whose music video not only featured references to Olivia Rodrigo, but there were also scenes that included a lot of imagery of the singer. Now, the song's title alone, before it was even released, faced a lot of backlash, as it just seemed quite negative towards Olivia, despite the fact that Yena came out and said, like, hey, no, I actually love Olivia. This song isn't really about hate, but rather, it's a cute song that expresses a cute jealousy through my own charms without any hate. Those are Yena's words, and keep that in mind. Nevertheless, people were still a little bit confused and taken aback. Isn't it a bit much to put the word hate in a title and use someone else's name as kind of the entire concept of your song? A lot of people were saying that if this is an ode to Olivia Rodrigo, that it's a little bit odd and done in poor taste, especially since Olivia Rodrigo is set to have her comeback soon. A lot of people did defend Yena by saying that her company was setting her up, who signed off on this? Even if it was Yena's idea, it still has to go through many layers of approval, so how did we get here? And just a couple of days after the music video was uploaded, it was then taken down, alongside some other promotional material for the song, and it was reported that Olivia's team actually requested this due to copyright issues. Now, this is never confirmed, and Yehua even said, we're clarifying this currently. Now, a lot of people initially thought it was because of the title, the hateful title of the track, but that definitely doesn't seem to be the case. I don't think it would be the case since she doesn't actually ever mention Olivia Rodrigo in her song. And we also have the stages that are still up in the song itself that is still up. It's really within the music video since it was taken down. However, the most recent update in this is that Yehua has actually confirmed and clarified that it was not Olivia's team that requested the takedown, but that they took it down due to infringement issues. Now, I don't know how that makes any sense, because if they took it down due to infringement issues, I wonder who would have brought up the infringement issues if no one other than the copyright holder of the imagery that was used. But I don't know. Let's just check out their statement. So they say, we would like to express our stance. The music video was made private on June 29th after the company found that some scenes may have caused issues with trademark infringement, violation of portrait rights, and copyright. They go on to say that they're editing the music video and that it will be re-uploaded, and they apologize for any confusion, which the music video has since been re-uploaded. Additionally, we'd like to clarify that it is not true that the music video was made private at the request of Olivia Rodrigo's side, clarifying that they have never received any request regarding that matter, and that in the future they'd like people to refrain from spreading unconfirmed speculation. So this is a little bit confusing to me, because I feel like a big company like Yahoo, they're not necessarily a small company, they're the home of Everglow and Tempest. If you're a company that can dish out copyright claims, it's really curious to me how you wouldn't. It makes absolutely no sense to me. I don't know. I'm really confused about this whole situation because it doesn't make any sense to me. I recently got demonetized for reused content. I just don't know how that could get past a company. Do you know what I do not understand this in the slightest. They have to understand from not only like a musical point of view, right? Like when they're writing songs, they have to understand how to use samples, how to properly credit people, all that jazz, right? Otherwise, they'd be getting sued left, right, and center. It's just proper musical practice. In theory, right? I don't actually know how any of this works. It's just absolutely wild to me that they failed to consider the usage rights of the images that they were using in their own music video. I just feel like it's a total rookie mistake. Maybe it is something kind of like a gray area that it kind of bit them in the ass without them knowing. Maybe they thought they could use images and it was transformative enough in nature that it would fly, that it wouldn't cause any problems. Maybe I am being a little too hard on them because copyright issues are random as hell. Something could be perfectly legal, but if the company doesn't want you using their images, it doesn't matter. It does, and you can go to court to defend yourself, but that's a whole other can of worms. So I'm curious. I've literally gotten copyright claims for using images in my videos before from SBS when they gave me 47 copyright claims. So I don't know, maybe I am being a bit too hard on them, but at the same time, I'm just a small YouTuber and I'm trying to follow the rules as best as I understand them, and they don't really make that much sense when a company can just override them as they please. But a big company like this shouldn't have those issues, or in theory should have lawyers to be able to understand these copyright issues before uploading a music video and then having all this consequential drama. So I don't know, part of me wants to think this is fishy and this is all done as a publicity stunt because we're literally all at the edge of our seat talking about Yena's Hate Rodrigo. But the fact that Olivia is being so heavily brought into this, I'm not sure anymore. I'm confused, but let me know what you think about this. So I thought we could take a look into the differences that were made to the music video so we can understand to what extent the usage rights or the copyright was. Because I'm assuming it's the photos of Olivia Rodrigo, not necessarily the scene similarities. Because we see all the time people making references to other music videos in their music videos, and that doesn't constitute any copyright infringement. So let's take a look. So the first thing that can confirm that it's not the scene similarities is the fact that both music videos still contain this reference to one of Olivia's music videos. However, and I'm going to blur out Olivia's images because I do not want to, I can't afford a copyright takedown. But the first scenes that we see have been changed are the ones that, of course, heavily feature Olivia's images in the background. So where Yena is in her room and she has this kind of shrine to Olivia Rodrigo, that has been cut out and replaced with other scenes. So either it was replaced with other scenes or the image has been cropped out entirely, as we can see in this next photograph. Yena's on her bed with her guitar, and previously we could see, I think, maybe a vinyl, or maybe it's just a picture of Olivia Rodrigo's Sour album, but they just zoomed in. Another notable thing is that there was this editing scene where there was another photo of Olivia Rodrigo, which was replaced with a photo of Yena instead. So those are the differences that you can see in the music video. But again, I don't think I fully understand the concept of, yes, we took it down because of copyright, but not because the copyright holder asked us to take it down. So you uploaded you went through all this, you put so much money into it, all that jazz, to put this material in the music video, and then you suddenly had a change of heart. Like, I just don't understand that. But anyways, let me know in the comments down below what you think of all of this. Actually, a little note for the people who didn't understand my short when I said that the whole Olivia concept felt like an afterthought. Picture this: you encounter a song called Hate Rodrigo, and the music video features references to Olivia Rodrigo and a lot of her images. But then looking into the lyrics, you realize that this song isn't actually about hating Olivia Rodrigo. In fact, the singer has actually confirmed that it's more of a cute jealousy towards someone expressed without any hate. Yena's words, not mine. So just like Ives Kitsch has nothing to do with Kitsch, Hate Rodrigo isn't actually about hating Olivia Rodrigo. It's a purposely inflammatory title to create buzz. Hence why I said it feels completely unrelated, and suggested that they might have possibly added the Olivia theme to it all as an afterthought, since mommy say, look at you, oh my god, deep smoky eyes, you're grounded, doesn't exactly scream a super thought out love letter to anyone in particular. But it's just a theory. Let's move on to some alleged dating news. So Hwasa has been in the news recently for some dating rumors. Just 2 days after it was confirmed that she left her company RBW, and I think this is important to remember as well. Now, this seems like a very amicable departure, alongside some news that she may be in talks with P Nation, which actually P Nation has confirmed as of now. However, it's come out that she may be in a relationship, and she may have been in said relationship for the past 5 years. Now, the insider who gave this information has also shared that the potential long-term boyfriend is 12 years older than her, which according to them caused some hesitation on his part when Hwasa approached him initially, saying I think he was conflicted because of the age difference and the reality that one of them was a celebrity and one wasn't. Also adding that this individual used to work in the music industry. So none of this has been confirmed yet. However, the end of this article says that Hwasa's agency is checking in with her. But I did want to talk about this because I thought the timing of everything was really curious. Because just a couple of days after she announced that she was leaving RBW, this sudden dating news, quote unquote, has come out. Like an insider has said, actually, we've known for 5 years that she's been in this relationship type thing. And it made me think, because I've heard in the past that a lot of K-pop companies or entertainment companies in general could pay off reporters to prevent a story from leaking. So the reporter could go to the company itself and say, hey, I have this story on you. You can either pay me off or I'm going to release the story. And the company can make that decision to either pay them off or not. You know what I mean? So given the timing, it makes me wonder, since she left RBW and then not too long after the story came out, and it's not a new story apparently since it's been 5 years, I just wondered if maybe RBW was like, you know, you've left the company, we're not really responsible for this anymore, or is it purely just coincidence? Just a thought to ponder. The timing of it all just made me think of that. it has been announced that T.O.P from Big Bang will be joining the cast of Squid Game Season 2. And this has caused a little bit of an uproar. Now, T.O.P has a couple of controversies under his belt, including having recently upset a lot of Big Bang fans by being like, I've left Big Bang and I'm not coming back. So at least in South Korea, he doesn't seem to be in the general public's favor. Now, as far as we know, filming hasn't even started yet. It is set to start in the second half of 2023. And a lot of people are kind of saying, you know, if you have any shame, leave. Here are some K-netizen comments. Seriously, what were they thinking with the cast? Did they think people would just let him slide because he's appearing evasively like that? He needs to be out. Did they believe people would stay still? He retired from his own job and he got through with his personal connections. Seriously, this is so uncool. As far as I know, international stars don't seem to care that much, but the last time I saw T.O.P act in a drama was in Iris. Do you guys remember that? I literally watched that just for him. I came to watch this for T.O.P and stayed for Kim Tae. Was she even in that? On a little bit of a side note, I was just watching DeFranco this morning and he covered the Squid Game Season 2 story, in that because there's like a writer's strike in Hollywood, he was just kind of highlighting how Netflix is kind of screwing over South Korean directors and writers, especially the director of Squid Game Season 1. So if you want to check that out, I'll leave it linked below. We're going to be talking about weight and body image, so if you feel uncomfortable, please feel free to skip. Let's talk about Shinee. So they recently had a road trip comeback show where they went on a road trip. And as they were eating a meal, they ended up discussing kind of the hypocrisy when it comes to the comments that they receive about their weight. He started off by saying, I don't think I've seen you eat like this recently. To which Taemin responded, because we're constantly on diets, times like this is so precious. He then goes on to say that he used to get annoyed when people would tell him to lose weight, but these days, when he hears he lost too much weight, he's like, what do you want me to do? Pointing out that it's hard to keep the balance. Taemin then talked about his own weight gain and how people thought, I didn't know Taemin can gain weight too, and that he saw many comments about his looks. He then calls out the fact that when he was skinny, people would tell him to gain weight, but now that he's gained weight, people don't like it. I just wanted to talk about that because it really speaks volumes to how people will never really be satisfied. We can show that we are concerned for some idols, then if they do gain weight, there's even more criticism. So I just wanted to highlight that. Lastly, we need to talk about A2K. 11 months ago, JYP himself announced his biggest project ever, which would be a revolutionary competition series to create the world's next supergroup with Republic Records. Their goal is to create the first ever American girl group using the K-pop system. Now, what is the K-pop system? We all know the K-pop training system, but JYP compared it to Olympic gymnast training. And that's why people fall in love with K-pop idols, because of their dedication and their work ethic. The premiere of this series would basically be them going to auditions and finding a bunch of people to then bring to Korea, train them, to then debut in America. Now, this was announced 11 months ago, but more recently, we finally got a trailer for this show, which is set to premiere July 13th. So what do you think of JYP Hollywood? Are you excited for a new American girl group? Do you think people are going to clown it as much as they did the prospect of NCT Hollywood? Let me know in the comments below. That is basically it for this video. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. And you can also join my Patreon to help support this channel on a monthly basis. These are the lovely individuals who have joined my Patreon, and I'm so very thankful. As for me, I'm gonna get going, but I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Am I even recording? Oh my god, can you fucking imagine? Oh my god, Jesus. The end of this article says that Hwasa's agency is currently checking in with Hwasa, I can't say her name, with Hwasa herself.